Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today's pick a card reading is all about you, Pisces. That's right, this is your August 2020 reading. We have 3 piles here, but before we jump into this, I'm going to jump into this and say, if you like these readings, please hit that like button, subscribe and turn on that bell icon so you can be notified of when I upload, and definitely leave me a comment down below. I love talking with you guys. You guys make my day a whole lot brighter. So, pile number 1 is represented by an Aquamarine. Kind of reminds me of that one Jelly Belly, and I can't remember if it's like Cool Mint or what, but it was so good. Pile number 2 is represented by a Gypsum Rose, or Gypsum Rosette, Desert Rose. And pile number 3 is represented by a Beachy Agate. And I call it that because to me it looks like water crashing on the sands of a beach. So, go ahead and take a moment to resonate on which of these piles is right for you. Pile number 1 with the Aquamarine, pile number 2 with the Gypsum Rosette, or pile number 3 with the Beachy Agate. And if you need a bit more time, go ahead and pause that video, and let's get started. Alright, pile number 1, my lovely Aquamarine folk. Let's see what we got here going on for August for you. This is your career and finance reading. And this is your love and relationship reading. We'll do love and relationships second, Pisces. We have the High Priestess. She's here telling you to trust your intuition. There's going to be a moment coming up where you're kind of not going to be sure what to do, but you're going to have a gut feeling, and she's here to tell you to trust that gut feeling. The Hermit says, if you don't trust that gut feeling, speak to those who you can trust and see what insight they might have for you. We have the 7 of Swords here saying that you may have felt cheated out of a situation, out of a project, out of a job, out of a contract. We have the 3 of Pentacles, and it's here to say that there's a reason. The reason you were cheated out of that is so that you could build a solid foundation in something else. We have the King of Swords here saying that you become more discerning about the people that you let into your life. You cut out those who are not there to help you, and you make sure that the people that are in your life are balanced, that they're helping you as much as you're helping them, that this is not a one-way friendship. And your outcome card is the 6 of Swords, which is healing. And I probably shouldn't have said friendship, I probably should have said co-workership, but for some reason friendship is what came out. So maybe you are friends with a coworker, or you and a friend are working on a project together. Perhaps you're in the development phase and you just got some bad news, but don't worry, keep working at it. You're building a solid foundation. You're just kind of figuring out what isn't working at the moment. And as soon as you figure out what isn't working, then you can go forward flawlessly. Because, I mean, you go from the 7 of Swords to the 6 of Swords, which, yes, it's a regression, but it's a regression in the way of healing. You feel cheated, but now you're healing from that pain. So, it's almost like some of you, maybe in the past, there was a project that you wanted to lead that maybe was given to somebody else, and you feel a little bit uncomfortable or hurt by that, or, you know, this was the project you wanted to lead, and it bothered you that they gave it to this other person, so you felt a little cheated by it, but you were still able to build a strong foundation, and that was the whole purpose. Like, they were testing you to see if you could deal with this thing and come out on top. Because one of the most important things about being a manager is being able to work as a team player. And I know several companies that work by asking that question. Oh, what would you do if this? How would you feel if? And usually it's like, oh, no big deal. And the honest answer to that is I'd be a little upset, but I'd keep going because it's what's best, you know, for the company. But I feel like whatever this King of Swords moment is, whatever you're cutting out, or maybe you're being very honest here, but whatever this is, it's bringing you to a place of healing, a place where you're feeling like you're able to move forward a little better. So trust your intuition. Make sure you talk to people who know you real well, who you can trust, who you can count on. And yeah, you're building a solid foundation in something. Cut where you need to cut in spending and maybe in budget even. That may bring you to a more healing path. Yeah, so that is all I have for you guys. For those looking for a career, you may feel like you got cheated out of a job, but that's just because there's a solid foundation somewhere else that is more fitting for you. Somewhere where you're able to feel more honestly you, and you're able to feel more healed and just like, I don't know, it almost feels like a home type of feeling, which is nice in a workplace. If you have a workplace where it feels like you're hanging out with family, that's awesome. But just make sure everybody in the family is actually working. Otherwise, you wind up paying people to just sit around and visit, and that's not good for business. So that is what I have for you, my lovely Aquamarine Pisceans, as far as career and finances. With that King of Swords there, you may want to take a look at your budget and see if there is anything extraneous you can cut out of it. All right, let's get into your love reading for August. We have trust, number 31. I am safe, I am secure, in love I trust. My faith endures. Knowledge, number 28. Let me connect above and below. Let the knowledge of my ancestors flow. Number 20. Grace, grace, blessing, come to me to set me free. And number 24. Magical powers. I weave and clear. I cast and know. Magic secrets to me now show. So here's kind of what I see for you in love, guys. You have to trust yourself. I feel like some of you are going to be set up on a date with somebody in your family. Like, not that you're getting set up with someone in your family, but that someone in your family is setting you up on a date. And use your intuition, because this person may feel like too good to be true. And trust your intuition. Maybe they are. Maybe they are just a wonderful, amazing blessing to you. Or if your gut is saying, there's something not right here, trust that. For those of you in a long-term relationship, you need to trust that you know this person. That this relationship is a blessed relationship. But you also need to trust your own intuition. If you feel like there's something hinky and you're getting up at 3 a.m. and your boyfriend or your husband is in the bathroom whispering on the phone with someone, you know, trust your gut there, not them. Trust the knowledge that you have just been given. Because you don't deserve that. Nobody deserves that crap. Unless, you know, they're talking to Jake from State Farm. She sounds hideous. I'm sorry. But for some of you, I kind of feel like you're having a rough time. I feel like, and maybe I'm relating to this because of my own circumstances, but I feel like for some of you, there may be a sick or elderly relative who is counting on you to help because you know something about what's ailing them or what can help them, or you know how to make them smile, something like that. And they see you as a blessing. Trust your intuition. If you feel like you need to visit this person, go visit this person. Wear a mask. And if they're elderly, please make sure you wear gloves and stuff if you're going into stores. Yeah, so. For some of you, you're in a long-term relationship and somebody's sort of earworming, trying to cause problems. You guys need to trust that you know each other well enough to be able to sit down together like adults and work things out. Again, trust your intuition on this. If you think they're lying to you and your gut is telling you they're lying to you, you know, find out. Ask them. Confront them. You know, if you confront your boyfriend or girlfriend about lying to you and ask to see their phone and they immediately react and ask if you could go through each other's phones and their immediate reaction is no way, that's a privacy violation. It's pretty obvious why they don't want you to see. And maybe, you know, maybe they're planning a surprise for you. But if that's the case, they should then usually follow up with, I'm planning a surprise for you. But I don't see, like, there's nothing here that's bad. There's not letting go. There's not, you know, anything like get out here. We have trust in the knowledge and the grace of this relationship and trust in your own intuition. This can also be if you guys are in a long-term relationship and your partner is coughing a lot and maybe isn't feeling so well and they're like, no, it's just the flu. This is you going, no, I've seen you with the flu. This is something else, and getting you to the hospital or getting you to the doctor because they know you so well, or vice versa. This can also, and it doesn't necessarily just be that. I mean, it could be like, oh, by the way, I noticed that you had forgotten to make the rent payment, so I went ahead and did that, even though you know, you were going to do it. I just wanted to let you know that I did it because we were going to be late. And, you know, something like that. It's something like that where it's like you guys really know each other very, very well. And because you know each other very well, it's a blessing. And you're trusting your own intuition with each other. And, you know, maybe you're intuiting what each other needs. And it's beautiful. So, have faith in yourself. And make sure that you're picking someone who treats you like a blessing in their life. Because that's what you deserve, guys. You deserve someone who will treat you like the blessing that you are. All right? I love you very much, my beautiful Aquamarine Pisceans. For those of you looking for love, there may be somebody you already know and trust. A relationship that has been really, like, comforting and good for you. Trust your intuition on this, but there may be something more here. Just something to look at. All right, so that is what I have for you, my gorgeous Aquamarine Pisces. I hope you guys have a beautiful August, and I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. Bye, guys. All right, pile number 2. My lovely Gypsum Rosette Pisceans. You gorgeous desert rose folk. Let us see what August is bringing your way. This is career and finance, and this is love. So we're going to put love here for right now and dig into career and finance. We start with the Page of Cups. So this can be a job that you had your eye on, or a job that had their eye on you, or a project or a grant or a loan that you've had your eye on. You've been kind of keeping watch over this thing, trying to see if you can get it, but too afraid to actually go for it, or it's not been the right time for you to go for it yet. We have the Moon card. The Moon is telling you that the time is right. Trust your gut, listen to your dreams at this time. Trust your intuition. You may have been drawn a little bit to pile number 1 because they got the High Priestess, and I always see the High Priestess kind of as the Moon as well. Very similar in this deck. So I feel like there's something you've been keeping an eye on and you've kind of been waiting for the right moment. Yeah, because you want this to be perfect. You want this to be like the perfect marriage, the perfect job, the perfect what have you. Because you're a hard worker. You're someone who's dependable. You're reliable. You make sure all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted, that everybody has everything that they need so that they can continue forward, you know, unimpeded. And then your outcome card is the Empress. This has you creating something beautiful. This has you creating something amazing, bringing something to harvest, something to maturation. If this was a love reading, I would say you might be in love with a Virgo, but this is a career reading, so you may be working with a Virgo. You may have a very good working relationship with someone who's a Virgo or a Taurus. We also have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. Of course, another Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Since you guys decided to show up to your own reading, you know, this could just be you sort of figuring things out. You're keeping an eye on one thing while you're staying committed to something else. You're trying to have that dependable thing, but you're also creating something. So it's very well possible that some of you either have your own side business and you're not sure yet if you should give up this side business, give up your day job to go full-time with this side business. You know, trust your gut here. If you're hesitating because you're scared, but the numbers say that it's an okay thing for you to do, maybe take a look and talk to someone that you have a good relationship with so that you can figure out what is scaring you about this. How can you move over these feelings of fear? How can you move forward and just reach out and grab that thing? Maybe you need to set a goal with having a certain amount in the savings account before you start off your own company. Maybe you need to look at getting a government grant or a loan that can help you. Just make sure if you're getting a loan that you have someone who is keeping an eye on the paperwork, on the contracts, on what have you, so that you're getting a fair rate for this loan, so that you're not, you know, paying $80,000 to borrow $8,000. You know what I'm saying? But I have you like here at the end of the month, just having to focus on the creation aspect of everything, which is a beautiful energy here. But again, with the Moon here, you have to trust your intuition. If you need this solid, you know, day-to-day job so that you have that security and still do this on the weekends, keep doing this on the weekends. Keep, you know, maybe you're an author or a painter or somebody creative, but you still have the day job. Keep that day job and keep doing this creative thing on the weekends until you meet that goal that tells you, yes, I can do this. Ask yourself, what is that goal? At what point do I feel comfortable leaving my day job to do this thing full time. And then when you hit that point, then you reassess and see if you still feel that way. But be careful not to let your fear dictate your life, because if you're so afraid of losing money that you're not doing this creative thing anymore because you're working so hard here, you could be missing out on coming into a lot of money with your creative aspects. You just, again, with the moon here, you have to trust your intuition, trust what's best for you. But I feel like a lot of you are trying to weigh, do I continue down this path of a creative thing, or do I do my, boring day-to-day gig full time? You don't have to choose, and keep doing both as long as you can. But, in the end here, you're looking gorgeous. Your outcome card is the Empress, and that is a very beautiful, fruitful card to have. This is an energy of success, of love, of maturation, of growth, of harvest, of having what you need. Because you put the hard work in, because you took the time to do the day-to-day job as well as grow your career. And that's a beautiful thing. And I'm very proud of you. For those of you looking for a job, there is a job that you've kind of had your eye on. You need to trust your intuition. If you're going into the interview and they are asking you a question and your intuition says to say it one way, say it. Just say it. But again, trust your intuition. Trust your gut in the moment. Like, if you feel like you're going to blurt out something that's going to keep you from getting the job, obviously, don't do that. But if your intuition is telling you to say this thing, oh, I love the color purple. And they're like, are you kidding me? Purple's my favorite color. And then now you guys have something totally unrelated to the job to sort of talk about that allows you to align with each other. That can set the job interview off on a more friendly place. The first thing I always said in a job interview, and I got every job but 2 that I ever applied for, was, I want to thank you very much for taking time out of your day to speak with me. Because I wanted to let them know I appreciated time. Time is a very important commodity. And some of you have put a lot of time into something and you're not sure where to go. So set yourself a goal. And if you're a YouTuber and you're not sure if you're ready to do that full time, set yourself a financial goal. Once I have this amount of money in the bank, then I can go ahead and quit my day job, because that'll give me 3 months money, rent, food, groceries, or, whatever, what have you, so that I can make it. But your outcome card is the Empress, which is beautiful. Your 2 major arcanas are very feminine. You have the Moon and the Empress. You have the Moon and Venus. Luna and Venus here to hang out with you. So, it might be a good time to focus on your relationships at work. If you enjoy your job, if you enjoy your coworkers, that might be one reason why you're not quitting your day job. If so, hold on to that day job as long as you can. Put as much money in the bank as you can. It's only going to be beneficial for you later on. And that is what I have for you guys. If you are looking for a job, you may want to talk to friends and family or a loved one to see if they have anybody that they know of that's looking for work. But I feel like there's something you've been keeping your eye on. So listen to your gut feelings about it and do some meditation on it. And if it feels like it's the perfect union, the perfect fit for you, maybe it's worth the work, because it sure looks that way with the Empress here. So that is what I have for you, my lovely Gypsum Rosette people, for your career and finances for August. If you want to stick around, I will be immediately talking about your love reading. So, here we go, guys. Your love reading for August of 2020. We have friendship, number 14. Bring to me friendship true, sharing, laughter, understanding too. Some of you may be realizing that a friendship is something more this month. Some of you may be realizing that a relationship that you have is really only a good friendship. We have 18, but you are about to make the best possible decision regarding this friendship. The cards are telling you to have strength with number 34. Sorry, Artemis, goddess of the bow, help me see what must be known. And then strength is strength, stability in this hour. Endurance, stamina, I am power. Bring to me friendship true, sharing, laughter, understanding too. Sorry, I didn't read them out. And then we have justice, number 5. By the power of 3 by 3, Ma'at, deliver justice to me. Yeah, I feel like some of you are ending a relationship this month because you realize you're better off as friends. And because you're better off as friends, you're making the best possible decision for your friendship, and you're ending it in a place where you still have love for each other. You're still friendly with each other because that's what's just, that's what's right, that's what's even. It's the best possible decision involved, so stay strong. And, you know, it's going to lead to a good outcome for both of you. Because you already know that this is just a friendship, I feel, for those of you. But I'm going to see what else we can get here, because I don't want to leave it with just justice. I want to see if there's anything else coming in the way of romance for pile number 2, the Gypsum Rosette folk, my lovely Pisceans. Alright, we have passion, number 11. Passion, rise up high. Inflame my purpose, reach the sky. Okay, well, there we go. And harmony, number 27. As I create, I will share harmony divine with love and care. So, yeah, it looks like it's... This kind of feel more like is for the people who have a friendship that might be developing into something more. You're not sure what to do. It's just like one night something happens, but it's all good. And like hanging out with each other, it just feels right. You guys are really complimentary to each other. And I don't mean you give each other compliments. I mean, like, you know, you don't have to say a word. You can kind of pick up on what each other needs, what each other wants without having to communicate, but you do communicate effortlessly. This is just, it's really cool. Some of you, I feel like, have a friend and you're going through a divorce already with justice here. You have a friend who is, you know, reminding you this is the best possible decision for you. Stay strong. That, you know, you deserve what the justice that you're going to be getting through the court case and stuff. But I feel like when the timing is right, this friendship is going to spark into something just a little bit more. And it was always meant to be, because I kind of feel like they're always someone that you've been able to rely on, to depend on, to really, like, understand you. There's someone that always kind of felt like home and felt very comfortable to you. And it seems like August is going to kick the passion up, kick a little harmony up. You could be dealing with a Libra. Libras love harmony. They love balance. They are the Justice card in the tarot decks. So you could be dealing with a Leo with the Strength card. These others, I don't really see a correlation, but you know, these two you saw me pull. You end up with passion and harmony, which is what you deserve. That's what everybody deserves. The best of relationships is going to be one with friendship, passion, harmony, and justice. One where you can be strong for each other and make the best possible decisions as a family together. So that is what I have for you, beautifuls. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. And I want to tell you that you're amazing, that you are awesome, and stop doubting yourself. All right? Cut it out, Pisces. You guys, you're a lot brighter than you think you are sometimes. You doubt yourself too much. You guys are, you're so connected into everything. You know more than most. And you don't speak on a subject unless you've researched it. And it's beautiful. You are beautiful. So thank you, Pisces, for all you do to make this world a little brighter. Bye, guys. I love you. All right, pile number 3. My Beachy Agate Pisceans. I love this stone. It just brings me happy memories of going to the beach. We have 2 piles here. Pile number 1 is career and finances. Pile number 2 is love and relationships. Let's get into it. We have the 2 of Wands. This is making a choice, making a decision, planning for the long term. As you can see, the volcano is about to erupt. He's going to have to make a decision about what he's going to do, where he's going to go. Is he going to stay on the island there? Are they going to get everybody away in canoes and go to a different island so that they're not affected by the smoke and the ash and the lava? We have the Death card here, which is really interesting after the 2 of Wands there, because you've got like the smoke and the ash and the oil. Oh, come on. My camera does not like to focus on the Death card. So, I kind of feel like you've spent your life planning for the long term, but there's a change that happens, and it's a big change. It's like a whole new world kind of change, because we have the volcano blowing up. We have the ash and the oil and the water here. We have the 8 of Swords, speaking about feeling like you're trapped. We have the 9 of Wands, which says you're feeling a little bit wounded, a little guarded. We have the Devil card in reverse, which is great, because the Devil card in the reverse is a good energy to be coming out of. This is getting away from feeling... This is getting away from bad habits, getting away from woe is meing, like pity partying, if you were going through that with, because sometimes the 8 of Swords can be a card of beating yourself up. But some of you, I feel like you lost your jobs and you are going through it. We have massive change. We have worry and stress and feeling like you're victimized, you're under attack, you're hurt, you are very, being very careful, very maybe snappish at people at times because you're so under stress. But I feel like you're coming out of this energy. All right, the 6 of Cups. You may be going home to a the high school reunion or a family reunion, or even just going home to see your family. This is also like you're coming out of this. Maybe you had a bad habit of looking at the negative in life. And now you're looking long term and you're like, I want to change. I don't want to only see the negative. I don't want to feel trapped. I don't want to feel like everybody in the world is awful and everybody's out to get me. I'm going to make some changes to the way I'm thinking. So you adopt a more childlike sort of mindset, like, I don't care what anybody thinks of me. I'm going to live my life to my fullest. And this brings you some good news with the 9 of Cups, a wish granted. This is a beautiful reading, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do this and put her here. And bring, there we go. So, for those of you who are going through a rough time, August is going to bring some changes to that, because it's going to bring some changes to the way you are dealing with things. You're changing your mindset, you're changing the way you're looking at things. You're coming out of this sort of bad situation. This could even be like a repeating pattern. It could be that this could be, if you have an autoimmune disease, it could be like August, you're not feeling well, getting to work is really hard, you're having to sort of, well, it's like, here's your autoimmune disease going off, here you are, your body fighting against it, trying to make the changes, here you are, a captive to your own body and what you can and cannot do. Here you are feeling grumpy and what I like to call wounded animal syndrome, when you're hurting and you don't feel well and you're mad at yourself because you can't do the things that you used to do. This is you changing all of that. This is you saying, no, I'm not going to look at it this way anymore. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at the good. I'm going to find the things that I love. I'm going to turn on the radio and I'm going to dance when I clean my house. I'm going to see life as a wish granted instead of something taken from me. And that is what I say. It's a beautiful energy, because this is the energy of somebody growing, somebody changing, somebody coming into their own. This is you, like, becoming an adult. If you're already an adult, this is you really leveling it up and being one of those adults that Mr. Rogers would be very proud of. If you don't know who Mr. Rogers is, you should check him out, because he's the person I try to live my life by. I look at my life and ask myself, would this make Mr. Rogers proud? Would Mr. Rogers be proud of me? Because he was probably the best person I ever saw or knew. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, for others of you, you've lost a job or a stock or something blew up and you're kind of having to pick up pieces right now. I have you kind of at this point here after the major changes start happening. There's really nothing you can do. After you make changes to yourself, you got to wait for everybody around you and the circumstances around you to adapt to those changes that you made and change themselves or itself, basically. Best description I can think of is if you live in a high-rise building and you have a doorman, and every day you go down and you don't say hi to that doorman, one day you say hi to that doorman, don't be surprised if he says nothing back, because you passed by him every single day and never bothered to say a word. Also, the reverse is true. If you go down and you say hi to that doorman every single day and you're polite, on the day that you don't say hello, chances are pretty good that doorman's going to be like, are you okay? Is everything all right? Because you've been so kind to them and they see the change. And when they see the change, they want to help because you help them by being kind. Kindness. It's really a good thing. And you are amazing at it. Look at you. You're a freaking warrior. You're seriously a warrior. I mean, this bad thing happens, whatever this is, whatever this Two of Wands that has you planning for the future, whatever this change that you're forced to make is, whatever has you feeling sort of trapped, sort of hurt, sort of, you know, injured by this, whatever this is that leaves you feeling like wounded, you are so strong because you pull yourself out of that energy. You're like, no, I don't care what they did. I don't care what happened here. I'm going to get better. I'm going to find better. I'm going to get a job that treats me better, pays me better, what have you. And this is you like setting that down in stone for the universe, and the universe going, okay, here's a wish granted. I don't know what this is. This could be the perfect job for you. This could be a financial, you know, windfall of some kind. This could be just a job that you really enjoy. And it's coming your way. This gift is coming because you did this hard work. You changed the way you were thinking about things. You took the time to break bad habits, to move out of controlling behaviors, to change this awfulness into something better, into something more happy, into something more fruitful for you for the future. And that's a lovely, lovely energy. Thank you, guys. For those of you looking for work, it's going to be tough. Like I said, you're kind of feeling trapped right now. There may be jobs that are not the best and you don't want to go for them. This may be like wounded pride kind of Nine of Wands. But like this has you overcoming that wounded pride feeling and just going for it and being like, you know what, screw it. I'm just going to have fun. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to do this job to have fun until what I really want comes along. And then bam, what you really want comes along. Which is gorgeous. And you deserve that. Because, like I said, you're doing this hard work. You get this gift. And it's a gift you deserve. Let me see. Is there any other information on this gift for my Beachy Agate Pisceans? Any other information about this Nine of Cups? What's coming their way? How about, okay. We have a Tower moment. We have the Ace of Swords, which is a sudden realization. We have a Tower moment. We have the Ace of Wands, an exciting new beginning. The Five of Swords, which speaks to victory at what cost. The Judgment card, pulling your own judgment down upon yourself. The Ten of Wands, putting down a burden, and the Page of Pentacles, looking at things in a more hopeful way. All right. Let me see. I want to just... So, the question is about this Nine of Cups. What is this gift? An epiphany. Your gift is going to be an epiphany that is going to bring the house down. It is going to start you anew on a path that you're going to love, that is going to bring you to victory. Be careful how you act with this victory. Don't be a pompous ass about it. The Judgment card says, be careful how you judge others while you're on this path to victory. Be careful how you judge yourself on this path to victory. Put down any burdens or preconceived notions you have about who you are and what you can and cannot do, and learn something new that brings you joy. So if you're looking for a new job, you may want to start with something that makes you feel like a kid again, something that brings you a lot of joy. But I feel like this is all more to do with this death, because we have the Tower card here. Like, this moment here brings a lot of change into your life for the better. Like, this is you unburdening yourself. You stop judging people. Or if you weren't judging people, maybe you were judging yourself too harshly. This is also your karma coming back around. You got the, so look for something that you are passionate about that makes you feel like a kid. Because you have the Page of Pentacles, you have the Six of Cups. I feel like there's something that you used to do when you were a kid, or there was something you wanted to do when you were a kid that is going to bring you some success and joy now. You may have already been planning for the future for it. Now might be the right time to jump into it. But again, you have to do this work first. You have to come out of whatever it was that has this death card. We've got the Two of Wands, the death card, and the Seven of Swords. You have to come out of that energy before you can get to that Nine of Cups. But you will get there, I promise. Because you guys are not going to stop. With cards like this, you guys are badasses. You plow through challenges and you make sure that you do the best you can at whatever you do. And that is why you guys are amazing. So stick around because I got your love reading. And let's see. We have number 10, authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. And that does not surprise me. Pisces is always very authentic. I love it about you. Destiny. Number 8. All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. You may want to take some nature hikes if being in nature calms you down. If you're a pacer, pacing might help. If you have an elliptical machine or something like that, sometimes when we're exercising, we can better tackle projects with our mind because we are pumping more blood, more oxygen through our body. We have prosperity here, number 3. As this tree grows so strong, so fine, so may I prosper from the universal divine. And then we have romance, number 23. Romance, it is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. All right. So for those of you in a long-term relationship, I feel like you guys are just authentically yourselves. This is a destined relationship. You guys bring prosperity to each other. You love each other. There's a lot of romance here coming in August. Again, remember, romance doesn't have to be fancy, expensive restaurant and things. Romance can be surprising them with flowers that you picked in the yard and creating a picnic with their favorite foods. It doesn't take a lot. It just takes effort. Romance is doing something to show someone that you love them. And you're going to be getting that. And I feel like you're going to be giving that too. I feel like a very balanced relationship here. Justice came out in one of the other cards. Otherwise, I would see this here because it's so balanced. It's so even. It's such a beautiful energy. Authenticity, destiny, prosperity, romance. This is a good match. For those of you not in a long-term relationship who are dating, on the dating scene, be authentically you. If you are looking for destiny, you're probably not going to find it at one of those types of apps that it's like swipe right, hook up and dump kind of apps. I feel like you may have the best of luck with romance somewhere that is more authentically you. Like if you like country music, this is going to a country music bar to listen to the band play and meeting someone there. If you like pottery, this is you because it's something you love doing. You decide to be authentically you. You take a pottery class. You meet that person there. Prosperity doesn't necessarily have to mean money. You could be prosperous in love. You could have a lot of people coming your way in August. You could have a lot of of dates. And they could all be romantic. Or you could have a lot of dates and, you know, only the one you find very romantic. But just make sure you're authentically you. Trust that you know what you're destined to do and where you're destined to be. Listen to what's right for you. But I feel like this card is here for some of you who are looking for love to remind you that you have a lot of options that you may not think you do in romance. So you may need to be made aware of that. Like, you may have 2 or 3 people already lined up that you don't even know about, waiting until you're, you know, maybe asking them out. Yeah, just be authentically yourself. Take the steps that you need to take to work towards whatever goal you set for yourself. In love, in relationships, in life. If you focus on your life and where you want to be in life, your love is going to show up to match. That's just kind of how the universe seems to work in my experience. And I feel a lot of prosperous. I feel a lot of love. I feel a lot of romance here. This could be one of those romances that, you know, wherever you're at, you dance to your song when it comes on. It's really beautiful. It's really loving, and it's really fun, and it's authentically you. It's all, you know, it's what you wanted, and it's meant to be, and it's really good, guys. But you have to be yourself. You have to be fully yourself, and you have to accept whatever, you know, is meant for you. And you gotta, and you'll know it. You'll know it's meant for you. There's no doubt in my mind that you won't know it, because you will, 100%. Because the second it comes in, prosperity is yours. The second it comes in, this romance is off the charts. And it's really beautiful. And I want that for you, because you guys deserve that. You guys are amazing. And I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come to my reading. I love you guys, and I hope that August of 2020 brings you everything you deserve, my lovely Pisces. For those wondering what cards we used today, we used the Mermaid Tarot by Leeza Robertson and Julie Dillon. Highly, highly recommend these cards. They're some of my favorites. And then for love and relationships, we used the Magickal Spellcards by Lucy Cavendish. Really love these cards too. I love the rhyming couplets, the artwork. It's absolutely gorgeous. Highly recommend. Thank you, Pisces, for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. And thank you for all you do to make this world a better place.